All news since 6 o'clock tonight. Some of the first eyewitnesses are telling their stories after 3 people are shot and killed right outside a busy driver's license office in Valley Station. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt. The WHAS11 night team stayed on Dixie Highway after 6 o'clock tonight to get these new details for you. It all unfolded at noon today. The regional driver's license branch off Dixie Highway near the Gene Snyder Freeway was full and busy with customers who were even standing in line right outside the door. Police say one man died at the scene. 2 women rushed to the hospital, died there. Police say the suspected shooter escaped in a car. Now, in fact, just 10 minutes ago, before we went on the air, the Jefferson County coroner released the names of the victims. They are a 29-year-old woman named Reza Pacios Valdez, died of a gunshot wound. 33-year-old woman named Antoinette Chillers died of a gunshot wound, and an 18-year-old young man named Leslie Harbin Jr. died after being shot several times, according to the coroner.
Like, I was just in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was like something off of a movie.
Suddenly heard a lot of shots, and the people was screaming.
Jalen Eddings, at the scene, says he was an eyewitness. He told us he was a customer waiting in line, which was out the door, when he decided to go back to his car. That's when he says events unfolded before his eyes.
2 masked men came from around the corner and then walked up to the guy that was laying on the ground and shot him in the stomach and the chest probably about 7 times. And then the taller of the 2 men shot him in the head at least 2 to 3 more times. And then they ran off.
I sent Metro Police the information from Eddings. They emailed us back saying, quote, "It would be very premature to speculate what you may be hearing or seeing on social media and by those who may have been nearby. We would encourage anyone that was near the scene this afternoon to reach out to our tip line." Nearby resident Ali Raza was inside the office when he heard the sound of gunfire. We saw him describing how a security guard took swift action.
He was the first person who tell us, because we don't have any idea. When we did hear some shots, but he told us go back and get on the ground. He saved us, basically.
At the scene, you could see investigators marking evidence on the ground right in front of the office doors. LMPD confirmed a man died at the scene and 2 women died at a hospital, all from gunshot wounds. Metro Council member of the district, Crystal Bast, met us at the scene.
I have never seen anything like this in this community. I guess like everywhere else, we have petty and small crime, but it has escalated. And, you know, maybe this small crime is leading to larger crime, and we've got to find the connections, and we have to find what we can do with boots on the ground to figure this out.
An act of violence playing out in broad daylight in front of a line of horrified people. In Valley Station, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 Night Team, on your side.
Truly unbelievable what these people had to experience today, and we did contact KYTC for comment. They confirmed the immediate lockdown of the office after shots were fired. In a statement, they also told us, quote, "We did have security at the office when the incident occurred outside the building and locked down the building immediately," end quote, from Kentucky Transportation. And now more local news happening tonight. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear sent out the bad news. 5 more people have died due to the severe flooding that hit Kentucky from the past week. 2 women and 3 men in different counties. The latest deaths are from all over the state, including another person in Pike County, bringing the death toll to 4 people in that eastern Kentucky county alone. Andy Beshear is currently in Washington, D.C. for the governor's meeting with the president coming up. In a video posted to social media tonight, the governor said while the president has already approved a disaster declaration for the state, people in Kentucky still need individual assistance from the federal government.
Whether the federal government's going to step up and provide direct help to our people. I'm doing my part. I'm pushing for it because my job is to be the best governor I can for the people of Kentucky. And I wish we could adopt that policy all around the country. Listen, we'll keep pushing for what's right because it's right, and that's enough.
Governor Beshear has already started a special fund where you can donate to help the victims of the storm across Kentucky. We've got a link to the fundraiser on our website, WHAS11.com. Dozens of Louisville first responders who went to eastern Kentucky this week to help with the flooding are now heading home. Louisville's Emergency Services Director Jody Myman told us that the fire and EMS crews deployed to the 10 hardest hit communities like Pike County, where they assisted in search and water rescues and the search is over 500 homes. Mayor Craig Greenberg posting this photo of one of the teams, saying their presence in eastern Kentucky saved lives. 16 Indiana conservation officers are also coming back home after helping with the widespread flooding. They joined in the swift water rescues alongside our Kentucky teams in Leslie County. They managed welfare checks on people and delivery of food, water, fuel, and generators to the flooded areas that were not accessible due to the roadways and the bridges being covered by the floodwater. Right here at home tonight, refrigerators, tires, and children's toys, just some of what's been washing up on the shores of the Ohio River in Louisville as the river now slowly returns to its banks. The Waterfront Park is looking more like a trash heap than a destination place. Now the waterfront folks are asking for your help in the cleanup. WHAS 11 Night Team's Clarice Shaley looked over at what's washing up.
Floating in what is normally the great lawn of Waterfront Park. Check this out, an appliance. Over here, tires.
Water bottles and plastic.
Lots of them. Other people's trash picked up by the flood waters, but deposited for Louisville to pick up. And it brings curious sightseers.
Seen a lot of balls. We saw a little soccer ball, some racquet balls, and then we look up like, is that a refrigerator? Yes. Yes, it is. So crazy. Like, where does it even come from?
This isn't new for the Louisville waterfront.
We have small floods. We have about 10 to 15 floods a year.
Now it's time to work on getting it back to normal.
And as the floodwaters recede, our maintenance crew comes out and begins the cleanup process, which will take several weeks to do.
Cleanup is in the future for the nearby Belle of Louisville. The 111-year-old authentic paddle wheeler has witnessed more than a century of flooding in its life.
Things are going, I wouldn't say as normal because they have to row in a boat to get to and from the Belle.
Both boats on the 4th Street Wharf are surrounded by floodwaters.
We will literally be hosing it down with water, but we'll also have to do some shoveling of the mud to get everything sort of cleaned up.
So obviously this trash cannot and will not stay here. I'm told it has to be picked up and taken to a landfill. And there are times on Monday and Tuesday where they plan to come out and do that. And you're encouraged to help.
Help us get the park back in shape. It would be tremendously helpful to our maintenance crew.
The city is forbidden from pushing the trash and debris back in the river. It must all be hauled away until the next flood. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
So here's how you can help. If you have some time on Monday and Tuesday of next week, Waterfront Park is organizing a community cleanup to help restore the park in time for spring. It's going to run from 1 to 4 Monday and Tuesday again next week. The Waterfront says to park in the Wharf Blue parking lot and go ahead and use the code. You see it right there at the bottom of your screen on our list there, Feb25. And do so at the park kiosk. Volunteers are encouraged to wear long pants, sturdy closed-toe shoes, and masks.
McConnell's decision to step down really puts a final punctuation mark on the Reagan-Bush era Republican Party. That Republican Party is mostly gone.
Mitch McConnell's birthday bombshell, meaning more than an open Senate seat. The longtime senator announcing he'll be retiring at the end of his term in 2026. It's a seismic shift away from the established GOP that McConnell helped build in Kentucky and a turn towards President Donald Trump. Well, President Trump's influence in Kentucky is already on display. Several bills filed in Frankfort are similar to the president's executive actions or even mentioning the president by name. Now everyone's wondering who President Trump might endorse to replace McConnell and how that could influence the election. So far, 3 contenders are in the race. Democrat and State House Minority Leader from Louisville, Pamela Stevenson. She lost that Kentucky Attorney General race to Republican Russell Coleman. Then current Congressman and Republican Andy Barr. Barr has more than a decade of Washington experience as the representative from Lexington. He's not officially in the race yet, but Barr is now attacking Republican Daniel Cameron, who is running. In a statement after Cameron formally announced his run, Barr called him a failure, saying he lost in a state that Trump won by 30 points. Quote, "We need proven winners, not folks who can't win even with the support of the greatest president we've ever seen." End quote from Andy Barr.
Daniel Cameron's got the name recognition after his last statewide race. He's going to have that advantage with the public and maybe in some polls.
When you've lost a statewide race as a Republican in a Republican state, I'm not sure that Republican voters would want to give you another chance.
As for who is not going to be running for the seat, that again is Governor Andy Beshear. He has once again emphasized he has no interest in the U.S. Senate race. And former Kentucky Senate leader Damon Thayer is also out, saying in a statement posted to social media late today, there are several candidates who appear to be interested in seeking the seat, but I will not be among them. One of them is head and shoulders better than the others, and I will endorse him at the appropriate time. And I invite you to watch our WHAS 11 News special report on the fast-moving events since McConnell's announcement. It's brand new, and we just posted it tonight on the free WHAS 11 Plus app. I'm joined by our political reporter, Isaiah Kim Martinez, and we talk about the race for the Senate, who could be the early front-runner, and a balanced look at Mitch McConnell's Louisville legacy. It's free right now on the WHAS 11 Plus app. A lawmaker from Bardstown has filed a bill directly related to the Crystal Rogers case in Bardstown. House Bill 623 comes in response to this shocking moment at Brooks Houck's arraignment when prosecutor Shane Young alleged his family secretly recorded grand jury proceedings.
Defendant's sister, Rhonda McEvoy Houck, brother Nicholas Houck, mother Rosemary Houck, brother-in-law Alex McEvoy, and Rosemary Houck's live-in boyfriend, Larry Mott, all recorded, secretly brought in recorders and recorded the grand jury. I've been practicing here, Your Honor, for 25 years in this state, and I have yet, ever, heard of anyone recording a grand jury.
Despite a clear violation of Kentucky law, none of the Houcks faced criminal charges because the statute of limitations for this crime is currently just 1 year. Under House Bill 623, the statute of limitations would be extended to 10 years. It'll be a misdemeanor charge for anyone to record or disclose information from a grand jury proceeding, and it will be a Class D felony if a public servant commits the crime. Sherry Ballard, Crystal's mother, told us today, quote, "I'm thrilled they're doing this. It's not the victim's fault that it takes that many years for a case to be prosecuted. It's too late for me. But if another family doesn't have to go through what I have, it is worth it."